y'all. Let's to the toucan. What is going on, YouTube? This is for the stress takers and the test takers, y'all. This is a video about the Asvab. If y'all don't know what the Asvab is, but I'm quite sure y'all do, this is why y'all clicked on this video. I'm going to give y'all strategies and test tips. Y'all, I went from a 16 to a 63. My first time ever. I didn't really know. I didn't study at all in high school when I got like a 14 or a 16. The Asvab is a military aptitude test, y'all. So y'all know what we finna do, what we finna get into. Y'all, I have a little, like, I really got detail with this because I really wanted to help somebody else, you know exactly what you guys needed to study. I really wanted to help somebody else by taking some notes. So those that may know, the Asvab has 10 parts. So I'm gonna go part to part, you know, each section, giving you guys test tips and strategies that also help me. So the first one, word knowledge, y'all. Use decoding strategies. And decoding strategies, you know, for the word knowledge section is ways of guessing a word's meaning by understanding the word's prefixes and suffixes. I cannot stress that enough. Word knowledge. Study prefixes and suffixes. Another question from the word knowledge section is the in context word knowledge questions. I repeat, the in context word knowledge questions. Now these make up most of the questions in the word knowledge section on the Asvab. Eliminate the answers by using the sentence. Context clues, basically, y'all. When y'all reading the sentence, use in context clues to understand or, you know, figure out the meaning of that underlying word. All right, tips that help me a lot. I would, you know, I recommend do flashcards of prefixes and suffixes. You know, I'm lazy, so I didn't do it. You know, I jot down some like half prefixes and then like what those are. I'll cover up the answer and try to guess. That's how I learned my prefixes and my suffixes. There are also root words, like it's the middle of the word, but I don't really study those. But prefixes and suffixes are, you know, very important. Now suffixes, they have two main jobs, and it affects the meaning of the word. So it tells you what part of speech it is. So noun, verb, adjective, adverb, like that. Some examples is itty, like itty, like, you know, itty, or what's another word, another suffix, shun, you know, at the end of things. Okay, listen, positive and negative charge, you guys, can help you guys a lot. Just knowing the charge will be enough to answer the question. For example, disgusting or toxic. That's not a positive meaning, so if you know that word has a negative charge to it, that answer 9 times out of 10 would be also a negative charge. Alright, so tips. Something that I did. I'm not telling you to go pick up the Bible or pick up a dictionary and study words. No, that's not what I'm telling you. But just by reading magazines, reading newspapers, and looking up the words that you may not know the definition to get a more clear understanding of what that word means, and use it in a sentence and remember what you used, like how you used it, that's going to help you tremendously. So that is my major tip, you know, just read, look up words that you don't know. All right, on to section number 2, paragraph comprehension. All right, step 1, y'all, read the question and identify the task that they ask you. Step 2, then go back and read the passage strategically. When I say strategically, I mean, if you read the first half of the first 2 sentences in a passage and you see your answers there, you don't have to go back and read the entire thing. Even though I did, the Asvab that I took for the branch that I took it for, my Asvab wasn't timed. My practice wasn't timed, and my real one wasn't timed, so I was fine. But when you do go verify that you didn't cheat, that is timed. But it's like 20 questions when you go verify it, and you have like a lot of time, so don't beat around the bush with that. But step 3, make a prediction, and then 4, just answer the question. Don't stay too long on it and dwell like, oh, what is this? Yeah. every question can be answered by reading the passage. The answer would be in the passage. All right. So it's a few different type of questions on this paragraph comprehension section. Global questions, which is the most common asked questions on the Asvab, and it'll ask you to identify the main idea of the passage. For example, questions like, what is the main idea? The author's tone is. The purpose of this passage is. You know, things of that nature, things along those lines. All right, next set of questions that you can find on the Asvab will be detailed questions. Detailed questions ask specific info that is explicitly stated in the passage. So an example of this type of question would be, according to the author, which of the following is blank, blank, blank. Another one would be, the second step to setting up the camera would be, those type of questions, the answer would be found right in the passage. Okay, and another set of questions that you'll find are inference questions. Now, these are questions about the passage that's not directly stated in the text. Examples of this question would be, the author feels that blank, blank, blank. Another one would be, it can be inferred from the passage that da 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 da. Those you can't find the answer directly in there, but by reading it, that will give you the answer. So every question can be answered by reading the passage. And like I said, you can read the whole thing, read it 3 times, 4 times. Some of these Asvabs don't have a time. Mine didn't, for the branch that I want to go into. Alright, on to a third section. Arithmetic reasoning. Now listen, I broke these down a little bit for y'all. So arithmetic reasoning. Many of these questions will be in word format. Usually, now, I'm not about to go in detail with, math and arithmetic reasoning, because this is not my strongest. Like, not at all. No, math, but this is basic things that you learn in high school, like geometry and algebra. Alright, so this is what to study for. Take notes. Number properties, rates, percentages, turn this percentage into a decimal, this decimal to a percentage, things like that. Ratios, proportions, averages, unit conversions, absolute value, prime numbers, factors, fractionals, decimals, like I said, scientific notation, exponent, mean, median, mode, basic algebra things. All right, on to the math knowledge. Now, these are some strategies to conquer the math knowledge set. Back solving. Now, if y'all don't know what back solving is, it's by picking one of the answers and plugging it into the question, doing it backwards to try to solve the equation. Another one. Second strategy, picking numbers. Sometimes you may have enough info that you don't have to pick a random number, but by picking numbers, this strategy, can help. But be sure to pick number is permissible and manageable. Pick a good number to pick would be like -1, 0, and 1, things like that to plug in. So that's the second one, picking numbers. I don't really do that because I'm not just about to pick a random number and plug it in. Those are the type of questions that any, mini, miny, mo type stuff. Third one, strategic guessing using logic. Sometimes you can determine the characteristics of the correct answer without doing a lot of calculations. So example, it would be like, hey, Toucan, what does this mean? An example of this question would be, after eating 25% of pretzels, Sam had 42 left. How many pretzels did Sam start with? You feel me? You don't have to do all those calculations. You can be like, all right, 25%, da-da-da. You feel me? Simple. All right, and then combination of approaches. You don't have to pick one. No rule says that you have to just pick one. So now, in this section, the math knowledge section, you will see a lot of triangles, circles, and squares. They will be asking you for the area, the perimeter, things of that nature. Now, the general sciences and electronics. Now, this section of the Asvab is the more, you don't have to put too much pressure on it, but this does go into your score. But the main part of your score would be like the math, paragraph comprehension, and vocab. So this part of the Asvab would be the technical sub-test part. So the first one will be general science. General science. So study things like life science, nutrition, health, the human body, the respiratory system, genetics, earth, space, the solar system, the earth's atmosphere, clouds, you know, the different type of clouds, physical science, and the structure of an atom. Make sure you know the, like, what an atomic number is, things like that. So on to the electronic info. Electronics info. No voltage, current, resistance. That's all I can say. You know, that's how what's gonna be summed up as for the electronic information. Now to automotive. The automotive section, what helped me a lot is just me taking care of my business when it comes down to my car. Nobody else helps me, you know, when it's time to repair my car. I'm right there with the mechanic. Hey, this is what's wrong with this, that. You know, and I try to, you know, have them teach me. So a lot of this was easy, but here is some things to focus on. Basic engine components, the electrical and the control system of the car. That's it. Shop information. Y'all, some girls, like when I took this in high school, I didn't know what this tool and this tool was, but here are some things to focus on. Tools used to measure: rulers, protractors, you know the difference between those things. Striking tools, types of hammers and mallets, screwdrivers, types of screwdrivers, wrenches, and know what a nut and a bolt is and what they do, you know. Soldering tools, welding tools, know those. Gripping tools, types of pliers, types of saws, know that. That's basically a summary of what you guys need to know for the shop information. All right, mechanical comprehension. Y'all understand, here is basically like, you know, you learn this in a high school, maybe some in 5th grade, but hey, mechanical comprehension comes down to understanding mass, force, Newton's law of motion, gravity, weight, friction, tension, pulleys, things like that. Those are the type of questions that you are going to see on the Asvab. And types of energy, you know, potential energy, kinetic energy. What else? You know, those. All right, assembling objects. I feel like this is the most easiest because you don't really have to use your knowledge for real. So this would be one of my favorite sections because I don't have to think. I'm not gonna say I don't like thinking, but I don't like, you know, having math. I don't like it. So assembling objects. These questions are like jigsaw puzzle type of problems. You have to have the ability to choose how objects look when parts are put together. Simple. And then another type of question in this section would be the connected type of puzzles. This tests on your ability to connect two objects with a line at a indicated point. So that's gonna be the easiest. Y'all do not stress about this test. Yeah, you can take a good 2 weeks, 4 weeks, but me, I took some months. You know, I don't do nothing at my job, so I bought a book and I study. That's all I do, study. Let me tell you, this Kaplan Asvab prep, bro, this would do it for you, and it would definitely raise your scores. Like I said, my first time I took the test was in high school. I got like a 16. Well, one of my ages when I was back in high school, so either 14 or 16. But my first time I took the test, I had a 54 or 55, and then my second time, I went from a 50 to a 63. So, you know, I was, you know, excited about that. But I'm a Capricorn. I'm never really satisfied because I didn't really hit the score that I really wanted to hit. So, because I'm going to be an officer. I don't want to go in, you know. But if you have your bachelor's and you score a certain amount, you know, you can be boosted up depending on what branch. So I know the Air Force, the Marines, and the Navy, if you already have your bachelor's, you can go in as an E3. Now in the Army, if you have your bachelor's already, you can go in as an E4. Alright, but something else I wanted to tell you guys. Go on the internet, take as many practice tests as you can. You don't have to pay for stuff. You know, I had 2 Asvab apps on my phone. You know, I used them for 5 days each. But when it, you know, that last day, when they want to charge you $19.99 for a subscription, no, you don't have to do that. Just take the test, have fun with it, you feel me? A thing that I really liked about learning, definitely my math, was like when, you know, when you're doing a problem, then you get the correct answer. I get so excited with that because I like learning, I like feeding my mind. Oh yeah, I'm about to tell you guys a website that helped me if I can find it. Quizlet can help, but they don't really break down your answers when you get them wrong. So let me see something. Fortest.com, Asvab exam. Type that into Google. You will get every one of your sections, and you'll get practice tests. You can save what you don't know, things like that. That is perfect. You don't have to do the military.com, you know, things that your recruiter say. But let me tell you, get this book. It will give you all type of strategies and realistic practice, just like taking the ASVAB, y'all. My ASVAB, like I said, it wasn't time. Let me tell you, like, the dude even told me I could use my phone, y'all. I could use my phone. Dang, you should have told me this earlier, you know? But y'all, don't sweat it. Don't stress it. Go in there, you know, be confident in yourself. That's one thing I didn't have. You know, everybody that I was working with, people I don't even know, they have more confidence in me than me. I thought I couldn't do this, and that's another thing that's holding me back right now from retaking it. I'm scared. You don't have to be scared. If you want a better score, go ahead, take it again. So I hope this helps you guys a little bit. And I'm out. Toucan Sam. More videos will be on the way. My process, if this is the route that I will choose. I have been shopping around. Don't settle. Don't settle. If you want to go Army, you know, see what every branch has to offer first. But thank y'all for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up. Y'all can comment down below if y'all want. Peace.
Body critical. We the ones that's poppin'. Like me cause I'm poppin'.